My freshman English teacher has assigned a project in which we must interview someone about a researchable moment in history. Do you mind if I record you with my phone?
No, it's fine.
I'm interviewing my mom, who I know through being my mom. Today's date is... Corinne?
I don't know, February 20th,
It
2017?
might be the 19th. I'll check.
Okay.
When were you born?
May 19th, 1969.
Where were you born?
Columbus, Ohio.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Columbus, Ohio.
What was your fondest childhood memory?
My fondest childhood memory would be when my family, I would go with my mother every year to Connecticut for the summers. And we would go to Madison, Connecticut. My family had a beach house. And my mother was a teacher. Your grandmother was a teacher. And we would stay in Madison, Connecticut and stay at the beach house pretty much for a couple weeks. And we did it every single summer, and I loved it. And we would spend time with all of our family.
Lit. What event do you remember crystal clear?
Crystal clear event would probably have to be Max just came in and he's...
Mom, hurry up. I only had...
The crystal clear event that I can remember would have to be a
Hello?
I don't know.
Mom,
probably
from
like
history.
Your when you were born.
Okay, but that's not like a history thing.
Would it be when I was a kid, you mean? Or
we're just gonna skip that question.
Okay.
What event is fuzzy to you? Well, the most fuzzy, I should say.
Like when I was a child or any event?
Just any, Mom. I'm not saying like... you're so old.
Hey! That's not very nice. I'm
sorry.
Not old. What event was fuzzy to me would probably be when I was a younger child, like really young. I don't remember being like, a toddler. Okay,
let's go back to the crystal clear one. Now, this is from like any age up to now. What event, like historical, do you remember very clearly happening?
Oh, 911.
Do you mean 9/11?
9/11. 911.
911.
Coconut. Stop.
Okay, so how did this impact you?
Well, I was pregnant with you, sitting on the edge of my bed watching Regis and Kelly, and I all of a sudden I saw this huge airplane go into a building, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "That's so weird." It was like all of a sudden it switched from Regis and Kelly to this airplane going into this building, and I thought it was very strange, and I thought maybe like the wires got crossed with the TV stations or something. It was very weird, and then that's what happened. But I was pregnant with you.
So how did it impact you?
From that point on, I've never felt safe.
Do you think that you were forever changed coming out of this event?
Do I think what?
That you were forever changed coming out of this event?
Absolutely.
What was the greatest lesson you learned from this event?
I think that we should always be aware now. That before, we've always taken our freedom for, we didn't have to worry about our freedom. When I was a kid, we didn't lock our doors. We didn't do anything like that. And now you have to worry.
What were some past jobs that you've had?
Past jobs?
Yeah, Mom. Like working.
Well, I used to run a temporary service. Max is really bothering me. Mom. Max, can you please go away?
So what were some past jobs that you've had?
Well, I ran a temporary service, and I used to do sales before that for a temporary service. And when I got out of college, I worked at Hondros Career Centers, and that was terrible. And I also worked at Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and that was even worst job ever because people would go to the movie drive-ins and they would just throw their popcorn. I had to clean it out in my business suit. But that's how I got into sales.
What did you major in college?
Public relations, and I minored in journalism.
Can you tell me what major historical events you recall from your youth? About 2 to 3, not including 9/11.
Well, I remember when Ronald Reagan got shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when, I don't know. You're putting me on the spot. I just remember when Ronald Reagan and then President Bush, he got elected, and Bill Clinton, he did some pretty bad things.
So is that it that you remember?
And then,
Mom.
I remember when the space shuttle got blown up.
Was that Apollo 18?
There was a woman.
Apollo 13, I think it was. I don't know. It's too late for that.
I was in high school. I was in high school during that. I think I was a junior in high school.
Would you mind if I interview you further about the event you remember most vividly? I would like to give you a few days to think about this, and I wonder if you might have any artifacts you could share with me.
You mean the 9/11 event?
Is
that the one I remember?
If you remember the most.
Yes.
Okay.
That's fine.
Cool. Thanks.